And welcome everyone. Hopefully you're not sick of me just yet. I just have more to show. And yeah, that's the plan. Back in, what was that? Back, Carol says, okay, is a Three Dog Night good? I don't know. Just reading some comments, but I want to say hello, Carol, and everybody like Steve back in 2019 when I got 3 band hammers in a row. Because you know what? I'm always going for a record. Gotta go for the record. 3 band hammers in a row. I probably had way too much to talk about, I'm sure. But today is no different, just so you know. We're going to talk about my favorite feature in the latest release of Photoshop. A lot of them are fun, but I absolutely love color harmonization, right? So that's what we're going to deal with today. So let me just go ahead and share my screen and dive into this in a second here. Let's do it now. Let's get this party started. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully I'm not being too annoying today. Afroja, good to see you. Michelle and everyone. All right. So, you're kind of expecting another shirt. I didn't have time. There wasn't enough time. All right. So, Austin, what's up? Also, feel free. Shout out where you're from, where you're hailing from would be good to see. You can see right in here, I have this lovely image that I'm going to be dealing with. Let's close that panel. Color harmonization. So it's the whole idea of taking 2 images. Let's find some that I've licensed. Oh yeah, like this one, for instance. Let's bring it in. Bringing in this image. Have of these lovely foxes. I think these foxes would go great actually like in this scene right here. So we can kind of put them down here on this stump or something. But we have a clear difference between a daytime and a nighttime shot. Okay, that's the issue. Well, we're gonna do our magic. All right, again, that is a beautiful image. I have a couple of beautiful images, right? So this is like all about sort of taking some photos, you know, that have different lighting and making them match. So even if I take a daytime scene, so I'll grab a daytime scene too. Drop it in here. Like this one, for instance. Working with it. This lake. There we are. Denali. What else do we got? This is another great one. Right? This majestic sunset. So this might be one we play with as well, because I think those lovely little foxes would fit great in there. So, all right. Let's get the party started. Original idea, take this. I'm just gonna go ahead and rasterize this layer. That's right, I'm a rebel. Because I like jumping in and just selecting remove background just to see what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, and it did it, right? If this ever doesn't do it, or maybe you just want one fox, let's try this. Let's try our new object selection tool. It analyzes that layer, which is what's happening now. It's gonna try to find those objects. Depending on the size or the resolution of your layer will determine how fast this works, by the way. Move me over a little bit. There we go. So bingo, bango. So now I can choose if I do only want, say, one fox, right? Click. Oh, I decided I want the other one as well. Hold down the shift key, click, and it selects the second one. Notice this color is maybe a little bit different than yours. It's because right up here, I changed it to seafoam green. I think normally it's indigo at 60%, right? But I like the indigo colors, just kind of, or the seafoam color. So from there, we just go ahead and make that a mask. We start to work with it. All right, with neural filters dumb down the designers who had to gather an enormous amount of knowledge to do color grading, environment studies, etc. Arsalan, are you bitter? Are you a little bit bitter? You're like, these new guys coming in and clicking one button and it's all better, right? Okay. No, it doesn't. Not to worry. Not to worry. I don't think it does at all. Because trust me, once I click on it, it's still not a magic button. You're going to have to do your own editing, and that's what's going to be exciting about this. All right, so let's kind of clean this up a little bit. Jump in here, refine edge, kind of grab some, remove whatever green was back there. from the fur. We're just kind of going around the edges. Foxes are your spirit animal? That's good to see. Foxes are cute. Fox is interesting. These two are adorable. Can we just kind of take a look and just enjoy how adorable these two are? Okay, they're adorable. They look great. We're going to output this as a new layer with a layer mask. There they are. We'll call this foxes. There we are. Okay, I'm going to convert this to a smart object. Shablama with a shortcut key. Right? This is a masterclass. You guys probably already know how to do that. Filter, neural filters. Let's jump in and let's make it match. Marsha, oh, they're your spirit. There's your spirit guide, foxes. Here's harmonization. So if we take a look, we should get a little pop-up for this. Maybe we'll just turn it on. Anyways, it matches the color and luminosity. Right? Nothing happens initially because you do have to select the layer. Which one are we going to use? We're going to use the night forest. Selecting that, right? Wait for it, wait for it. It goes through and does a pretty good job of matching that night for us, right? So the strength is about 75% because it remembered my last settings. Crank that up all the way to 100 and you can see it matches even more closely, right? How good does that look, right? I could click OK. There they are. Ooh, shoot. So sorry. Let's do that one more time. Because the short of it is I wanted to kind of shrink it down. I wanted to put these foxes into place first. Kind of down here. Let's do that. We'll add our magical little foxes right down there. Now with that done, and I'll show you what happened a second ago, which is why I'm redoing this. Because it output it as a new layer, and I want to output it as a new smart filter. So go in here, we'll turn this on. So this is interesting, by the way. Just realize this, reverb mic. Cody Bear, everyone. This setting is, it seems like, let's click here. Okay. Anyways, this is going to keep your last set selection. So smart filter is what I want. Harmonization, night forest, strength all the way up. We'll watch it do its magic. There we go. And in fact, we can dip more into cayenne and maybe remove the yellow, dip more into blue if we want to. But really, we still have somewhat of an issue right in here, just so you know. Right. But we've matched the color pretty well. Like, that's pretty darn good. So this is where I think Arsalan brings up the thought of, oh, is it just a magic button and then it's all over? Like, that's all you need to do? Well, it still doesn't match perfectly, because what's the biggest problem with this? I'll show you. Because if we add let's just remove all the color using hue and saturation. We've removed all the color information. Maybe that helps. But now you can clearly see that these foxes are darker than the darkest color in this night scene. So I need to make sure these two match up. So that's the next step, right? Matching that, not only the color, the luminosity, but also like the brightness in here. So go back to this layer. Those foxes are actually quite big. They should not be quite that big. Thank you so much. So for this is actually, again, you could do this a couple different ways. Let me show you something that's I find fascinating. This is a smart object, okay? Everybody always says to go down here and click, because I want to throw some brightness and contrast. I could do it this way. That adds the additional layer, and then I gotta clip it and all that stuff. Let's delete that. Let's have that layer selected. And this time we're gonna go up to Image, Adjustments, and we'll select Brightness and Contrast this way. So this is old school. We used to do this before smart objects. It would apply all these adjustments destructively, right? But if I add it now, And in this case, I'm just going to bring up the brightness and bring down the contrast. Anyways, I'm just making a selection. It's not, I probably would use curves with this. I'll click OK. And what it does is it adds it underneath. So it's now kind of contained within this layer. And if you're going to be adding lots of animals to a scene and you're going to have lots of layers, this is just really helpful because it gets stuck right there. I can tuck it under and I don't have to worry about having this extra layer getting in the way. That's all. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's just, I don't know, try levels. Is this going to work? Let's try clicking on some buttons randomly. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to match this black with this background black. And I'm using levels. I've tried brightness and contrast because this is maybe what you would try, right? It's not quite working, as you can tell. Click OK. Not so much. Turn that off. Turn that off. There we go. Let's try this. Let's go to image adjustments. Let's try curves. Here we have curves. Again, we can bring up the blacks and then bring this down. So we just want to change this end of that spectrum, right? To get that just right. So it's blending in much better when I'm using curves, right? Because I have the ability to add multiple points in here, which you don't have with brightness and contrast, you don't have with levels. So that's all. Okay. Steve, you're old and busted school. You and me both, man. It's all good. Right, but see how that matches much better just because I brought up this black? Right, that looks pretty darn good. I'll click OK. Let's do one more. So I'm going to do this a different way. We'll go back into curves. Let's try this way because I like showing this as well. We'll go to options right here. Options. Now what we get is we get something crazy because I've already messed with this, silly me. But this is typically set to black. This is a midtone, is sort of your medium gray. Highlight's going to be white. That's what it looks like, this auto color correction options. But what I like to do is go in and you can say, hey, you know what? Find dark and light colors. So this is where you take shadows and you sample that particular color. I hope it does it this way. Hope it does it this way. Maybe I got to bring it up manually. I don't know why it's not sampling. But here I'm actually like, you know, the idea is I would pick that color, pick the midtone, which is that blue, and pick the highlight. And you know the highlight isn't going to be pure white. It's going to be that blue as well. So basically, I was able to pick the shadows, the midtones, and highlights to make this match correctly. I've shown this before, just so you know. Let's save that as our new defaults. And now you know about it. Aaron lived in levels. Did he really? Aaron Nace? Oh, playing with all the channels in the levels adjustment. Okay, good call. So double click. That's one thing I didn't do, so I could have done that. It's just the thing is like, how do you get pure black? Right? So you have red, green, and blue. Right? So the thing is like, I want to add a point right here, and I can't. I can't add another point. So that's where curves comes in. So yes, they all have channels. Levels has channels. Curves has channels. Pretty much everything does. All right, so you got it. I like that. That fits so well, right? Can we do this with some more things? Now I've done all that work, right? Can we throw some more fun animals in here? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we're gonna. I hope you don't mind the nature theme today. Maybe we'll grab this. Majestic stag, daytime, the fall. Right, there it is. Rasterize that layer. Let's go to properties, remove background. Thank you for doing that magic. Refine it. You guys get the idea. Now I get to do this really fast. Since I kind of already covered it, repetition is how you end up making it a habit. Right, so there it is. Kind of removing some of that. I can spend a little bit more time on this, but again, I only have an hour. New layer with layer mask. Sure, why not? Boom. There it is. Oh, it's a red deer. So red deer. There we go. Here's our red deer. Same thing, right? We'll make this a smart object. We'll go to filter. In fact, we should just be able to apply neural filters. There we go. Turns that on. Oh, shoot. Maybe temporary. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, let's exit out of that. Let's go to filter. Let's go to neural filters. Turn on harmonization. Make it work. Did you guys see that message a second ago? It said that it was, they temporarily disabled it. Did you see that? And now it's acting a little weird. Either way, you know what? I'll just use this one. Yeah, that was so interesting. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to pick this night forest. Yeah, it's doing something weird, and I'm not sure why. Either way, we got it. Match those colors. Yeah, it's a little darker. We can brighten it up right in here. Take the strength down, the brightness up. Not too much, though. All right, let's bring it up all the way. There we are. We have it. We're done. By the way, I've noticed that it keeps on defaulting back to new layer for me. It should actually stay on smart filter. There we go. Done. Right? Same thing. Remember, we want to add these same curves. Right? What do? We should just be able to click and drag it up. Twirl that down. And hold on. Bring it back. Okay, there we go. Hold down the Option key and you can click and drag to copy those different adjustment layers, right? So now we have the curves in there. I'm still going to kind of play with this on my own because I'm like, hey, I got it. This one, this deer is gonna, I think, just gonna be sitting behind these trees. I think that'll look even cooler if it's kind of back in the distance. So we'll cut it out and we'll do all that fun stuff. Foxes and, oh yeah, by the way, this scene, oh, this is interesting. Yes, this scene, everyone's going to be friends. Okay, something interesting happens here. So notice when I add neural filters, it will add this layer mask, right? And when I tried to scale it up, it separated it out from that layer mask, right? I can always hold down the Command key, click to select that deer. I'm going to go to this layer and we will just fill this with white. Come on, buddy. Ooh, there we go. Turn it on first. Now let's do... There we go. Filling it with white, and we're back to where we were. All right. Jesus always does 10% grain for everything. Yeah. So the reason for some of that is that can tie the image together because it all has the same gradiness. So I think it hides any sort of flaws with the image personally. I can show you what I do. I do something kind of similar, but I add like more detail. So anyways, let's go in here. Let's play with these trees. Get this, Command J, bring this up. There's the deer. It's going to be really hard. We're going to see what happens. I'll use the object selection tool. I'm going to turn this off this time, and I'm going to try to grab this tree like so. So I could still use the object selection tool like I always have, but I'm not using the object finder like automatic selection capability. So that's all I want to grab is this part. We'll mask it out, shablamo, and now he's kind of behind that tree. Just kind of sells it a little bit more. I think that works. Okay, we're going to put a fun eagle in the sky as well. And yeah, we are basically making a protect wildlife sort of image. Oh, there's a cool eagle. This eagle's going to be swooping down, picking up a fox, and then they go on a little journey together. Remove background, double click, same process, refine edge, just kind of get along the edges. Like so, but this did a pretty good job. Oh, right there, right? I'll even have it grab some of that, right? Kind of overdid it in this spot, not to worry. We'll select a brush, come in, hold down the option key. Ooh, add to, sorry. Didn't need to hold down the option key. Bring it back. There we go. Something like that. Okay, we'll call it a day. New layer with layer mask. Aren't animals cool? It's a white-tailed eagle. Convert it to a smart object. Neural filters. Yeah, Tim, no green screen today. I sometimes use it. Sometimes I'm kind of, I want to know your guys' opinion. Do you guys like the green screen? Do you not like it? Yeah, just kind of curious. Just kind of mixing it up, just trying to keep it fresh. Turn on harmonization. We'll select that layer. Again, kind of been having an issue with this layer. Let's see if it works for this image. Oh yeah, it does. Perfect. Crank up that strength all the way. Right, in this case, maybe I want to brighten it. Actually, I want to bring it down. Based on this image, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker, as opposed to the deer was much larger. So that's what I'm doing. That looks pretty good. Again, I can add more tweaks in here, depending on what I want to do. That looks pretty good. We'll switch this to smart filter. I'm realizing you have to do that. Layer preview. Okay, so kind of preview that. That's fun. Here's your before, here's your after. Before, after, you're welcome. I don't know. I didn't do anything. I just think it's awesome. Okay, so people like seeing your room. Cody Bear, I'm gonna definitely lean on you for this as well, because I feel, I mean, you stream and moderate enough, you would know. You guys let me know if you guys like the real background. I just want to make sure I'm not covering up anything. Okay, so since this is a smart object, first off, we're gonna have that same issue. Let's exit out of this, twirl this down. Like I said before, we have this mask. And unfortunately, this mask, if somebody knows a way, isn't tied to this layer. So these are gonna be moving independently, right? So that's gonna be the problem there. So when I scale it down, Command T, let's take it down 50%. Oh shoot. I had the wrong thing selected. Select that, Command T, scale it down, rotate it. So the eagle will be back there like that. Or even back over there, I don't know. Maybe we'll put a giraffe in here. Hey, we could have some fun with it. Maybe we'll put them up here, I don't know. I think if we did put it up higher, it's gonna make it even more interesting, matching it to this black. So that's basically their black color, right? Okay. Carol's jealous of the pillows. Michelle says she likes The Office. Real background since we feel, oh yeah, we feel like we're part of the room too. Oh, good. Arslan, I'm into it then. Well, good. I love it more as well because that way I don't have to have such bright lights on my face. It's almost too much. Okay, we'll do this again. We'll make a selection out of that layer by holding the Command key. We'll go to this layer mask, and then we're going to fill it with white. There we go. Bingo. So anyways, I just brought back this mask. And there we have that. I'm going to play with this some more, but first I need to get it behind that tree. So yeah, let's move this up some more, because we already have this layer. Let's use it. Object select tool. Set to lasso. Yeehaw. Fade him and make him smaller like the back behind the deer. Yeah. I think it sounds great. I think he should be further back. I might have bigger animals up front. I don't know. I want to put a lot of animals in here. It'd be cool if it looks like it's like sort of an animal secret meeting. Like all the animals got together and said, hey, you know what? We need to have a meeting in the forest because we need to talk about these humans. Some of them are cool. Some of them are getting really annoying, right? So it's a meeting of all the animals. They're like, what are we going to do with these guys? Okay, so that is the plan. If I go that route, it'll be fun to add, again, some giraffes, like an elephant in the background. And again, I hate to sound salesy, but honestly, with color harmonization, it's just awfully easy, right? So since I know I need to do that, I'm actually selecting this whole tree, right? Getting all these parts, so it's always going to be in front of what other animals I decide to add. Bingo. Bango. Okay, so what did you say? Too many newbies missed what? I see the message. Okay. Can you move the mask up to the layer? I don't know. I could try that. I can try it. I mean, I don't see why not. And again, if you hold down the Option key, it's going to copy that layer mask. That's a good idea. That is a great idea. Shelly, that's a great idea. I see exactly what you're saying. All right, grab the tree. Let's fill it with white. There it is. Zoom out. Deselect. Turn on our eagle. And now you can see our eagle is back there like so. And like Shelly recommended, you know, taking this, let's try it. Let's see if I can just do let's just do a click and drag. Nope. So yeah, to your point, I think it's better to have a layer mask like this. Delete the filter mask. And now we have that layer mask, not on the filter, but on the actual layer. And this is why we do it. It's because we could lock those two together. So, lovely little clap for Shelly. You're so smart. That's what I need to do. I wasn't thinking since I could see the bounding box that I need. All right, cool. All right. What does this look like? Another thing you could do, you could Option click on that layer mask, because I'm noticing I kind of missed the inside right in here. Like I couldn't tell, but yeah, I kind of missed it. Right? Okay. Oops. I must be in business now. I'm getting a little quiet. But these little details. There we go. fill it with the background color. Okay, there we go. So I just added, did I add to that mask? Nope. Sorry, wrong one. I need to fill with foreground color. There we go. I just did that right there. Okay, enough of that. Let's make this match again. So again, color harmonization will do a lot for us. There's sometimes we need to do a little bit more, which is what we're gonna do right now. And in fact, we did it already down here. Let's just take this curves. Option key, drag curves up to that white-tailed eagle layer. Okay, so let's turn that on and off. Does a better job. Let's change it up some more. Let's go into curves just by double-clicking. You can see right in here. So again, could bring this up a little higher, right? We're making it a little bit brighter. We want to ultimately match this blue, right? And we could tweak some of this like all day long. So you might jump into, say, the blue, for instance, right? I bring up that blue. Yeah, it's bringing up that blue, but it's more like a teal color, right? So it's like, oh, I gotta go through this nightmare, right? What I do, and maybe this is a hack, but hey, that's okay. I'll click away as that's scrolling away. I'll try a number of things. We can't turn off the neural filter parts now. Ooh, Arsalan. Oh, you're following along. Let's turn off neural filter. Let's turn this off. Let's turn off neural filters. Yeah, it looks like I'm still able to turn it on and off. Yeah. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anywho. This is what I'm getting at. I will do this hack sometimes. I don't know if anybody else does it, but I'll literally create a new layer, sample this color, right? This blue. Fill that layer with that new blue color, mask it, and then I'll just play with blend modes. So what this does is this will mask, this will make all the light colors that exact same color. If I go to lighten, right, it's going to go ahead and make all those dark colors that blue, right? And then I can take that down. So I find just kind of straight up sampling that might help match it a little bit better. Corey, what's up? Corey, good to have you here. You're in my very first semester. Semester of what? Would love to hear, like, what does that mean? What school? But yeah, you're welcome for, yeah. That's why we're here, to do this, to help you grow and all of that good stuff. So like I said, I just kind of added that layer and I'm kind of tweaking it accordingly. Okay, so that's that. And again, a good thing to do is, like, if you ever don't think something is working, right, you can always kind of come back to it later. Somebody also mentioned sort of adjusting the opacity. That's what I'm working on now, adjusting the opacity. But let's grab some more animals, have some more fun with this. Would blend if work in this instance? Yeah. Yes. Let me take a long drink from my coffee. Turn that off. Double click, jump into the layer style. Right in here, blend if gray. Here's where we could do blend this with the background is what that will do. If you hold down the option key, you could split it and you can kind of control the blending. But the thing is, yeah, so that's essentially what's happening is yeah, I would have to think about that a little bit more. Because we don't want to get rid of anything. We kind of just want to, like, blend it in. Maybe we'll do that. So we'll do a blend if. We'll click OK. We'll take this. we're getting all hot and heavy in here. It's pretty intense. So yeah, I mean, blend if looked pretty good. My next thought was putting this underneath like that. So now the blend if should be bleeding into. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's turn this off. Normal. Shaboom. This is getting really complex. There we go. We have this. Let's crank that up. We have this solid color. And now if I add this blend if, it's actually blending into that blue color that is behind it. So yeah, I'm willing to try anything. Maybe I made it better. Maybe I made it worse. But yeah, let's do that. Let's go with that. Cool, let's move on. Now it's a fog eagle. Bruce, I like it. Feel free. This is Masterclass. You should be able to like throw anything at me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that like, I'd like to think I know everything, but I probably don't. So it's like when you guys throw something at me, it's like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to learn as well. Okay. I could think about some other things that that I've recently learned that you don't know about kind of as I go along. Okay. And I'm just going to grab a couple more elements as well, just to make this interesting. We have our zebra. Again, this color harmonization is going to make this really easy. We got to throw a lion in there, right? Oh yeah, let's get that lion in there. Come on. King of the jungle, even though he's in a forest now. Of course, where are they at? In the Sahara usually, like South Africa, parts of Africa. Okay, right in here, what would you do to remove the white? Right? Again, I would do the quick button, which is always going to be remove background. So again, super easy. Like just remove background. I get it. We can select the color of white, but again, this is like super easy to just jump in there and do that and then screw it up like so. Why is this not undoing? Cancel. Oh, I know what I needed to hit. Right down here. Oh, that resets the workspace. All right. Ugh, so sorry. Back in here. Let's make this happen. Let's make dreams come true today, folks. Make it happen. We got a fun day of masterclasses. I know Jason Levin is up next. Some people say Levine and they would be wrong. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Jason's up next. I might get to see him this weekend. So that'll be super cool. Click OK, there it is. Masked in, looking great. Smart object, because what do? I always make something a smart object before I start resizing. So this one, yeah, we're going to put him maybe right there. I think I have another lion, by the way. Let's do this. Oh, this is the gorgeous lion. Oh, I might need to use this one. Again, real fast, rasterize layer, remove background, get rid of that previous one, clean up the main. It did an even better job with a more complex background. That's fantastic. Smart object, scale it down, put it behind. Now this is a case where I'm going to have him standing up like on this like stump, right? So yeah, I'm going to do my color correction and all that fun stuff. But first I'm going to manipulate this. So I'm actually going to use Puppet Warp. Jumping in there, we're going to pin down the parts we don't want to move, right? So kind of pin down some things, and then we'll take this part, pull that down, right? Take this leg, pull that down like that. So that's what we're doing, making it so it's like leaning up on this log, all majestic, like kind of like that. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Thoughts? Yeah? Also leopards. Okay, let's do this fast. Let's get her done, people. Come on, you demand to be entertained, don't you? Like, you better make it look cool, and you only have 10 minutes, Paul. No, about 15. So make it happen. Again, I'm just loving all... Look at that, come on. Yeah, I can get so much done. I almost have to do nothing to this. I could tweak this just to keep myself maybe entertained, but man, it just like nailed it. Look at that. Did such a good job, right? That's cool. Click OK. What I love about this, actually, this is what I really like. I would love to put like a little bit of a halo. Like I like this light on this lion, and this sort of rim light is something that I'd have to add to these other animals to make it part of the same scene. So that's going to be really fun to do that, right? So again, we're getting our animals in here. Might want to brighten it up too. Oh, dang it. I always do that. Okay, so this is the problem. Turn on harmonization. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on, buddy. Oh, yeah. I was waiting for it when I needed to actually select the layer to pick from. There we go. Now we'll output this as a smart filter. Again, my fault, and I don't know why it keeps defaulting to just a layer. Like, when would I want to do that? Click OK. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, we're back to where we want to be. Boom, we got it. Let's move on. What other animals do you guys want? You want anything else? What did I see? Add an anaconda. Whew. Oh, man. Okay, but maybe a snake being wrapping around the tree would be cool. Yeah, let me know, like, what else should we add? We throw an elephant back there. I want to add something like kind of over here to give it some balance. So it'd have to be, oh, a giraffe. I don't know, something that kind of can be taller and kind of thin, kind of like right here, or something over here. We can scroll through. Looks like I have a gray wolf, very similar to our foxes. So I don't know if that's going to be in the cards, but hey, let's drag it out anyways. That's one option. We could throw a whale in there. A bear. A sloth. Ooh, a bear. Okay, Robert. Okay, let's do this. Let's just search. Okay, cool. I do have a... Oh, shoot. I have these cute... I have this bear. I have these cute bears. And I have some that are not licensed. What you could always do is use, I'll use free stock search. This one. Let's take this one for instance. I actually do have the pro version, but, there we go. Bear. Ooh, bear. Boom. That's a cool one too. Bring it to the top. This one would be hard to... This one's actually pretty darn bright. So... Okay, this bear. Hurry, hurry, Paul. Make it happen. Remove background. Bear standing holding the tree. Holding the tree. Yeah. Oh, I'd love for him to be like leaning up against the tree. So again, this is where like free assets, you can kind of get something close, but you know what? Chances are you're probably, what I would do actually is I would go out to stock.adobe.com and I would look for assets that has a bear. So we'll do bear in a bunch of different positions because those do exist. So let's see. Ooh, these are already licensed as well. Come on now. Come on, I already have these. Boom, boom. Done, look at this one. But this is what I was talking about. Like, look at this asset. This asset right here has like 12 bears all in one image. So that's pretty awesome. Cool, cool. Checking the time. Getting all excited. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Clean it up. Maybe in this case I could have used select color to remove the white, but that's okay. Another way you can get rid of this fringe is go over here and shift the edge in. You know, in this case, a 16%, sure. There we go. Boom. So just hold on, everybody. I only have 10 minutes, so that's good. But just bear with me if you can. Jokes. Smart object. Command T, flip horizontal, drag him in there. We finally found the bear we want. Zoop. Shrink him down. He's looking cool. Oh, thanks. I work fast? Oh, that's such a compliment. I only have 4 or 5 or 45 more things to show, seeing as I have 5 minutes or whatever. Select Night Forest. It's going to analyze it. It's like, okay, put me there. Bam, I'm there. Right, let's increase the strength. So throw some more of that color onto this bear, right? I can decide to increase the cyan. Let's take that all the way up. Yeah, you just painted the bear. You just painted him. Why'd you paint him cyan? Right, look at this fringing. We really notice that fringing now. And he's actually looking a little bit washed out. Do you notice that? We need to take the brightness down because, again, he's in front of that tree. We'll take that down. He's starting to match a little bit more. We'll change this to smart filter like we do. Click OK. And there it is. So, again, we learned this trick today, which was awesome, right? We need a layer mask, but we actually want it on this layer, not on the smart filter, because it makes my life easier. So click to select, make that mask, delete this mask, and there we have it. And by the way, look at how clean that is. Come on now, people. This is amazing. This is absolutely... Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. I'm having a good time creating stuff. Right? Blue the bear. He's bigger than the lines. Kind of hard to judge, like, yeah, he is bigger. I don't know which one's really going to be bigger. I think position-wise, everything is looking pretty good. I think the problem with this eagle, and this is so helpful, I noticed as I looked at this, I'm like, oh, that's the problem. This eagle is just too big almost. Like, do I need to take it down to like 80% at least? Right? That alone looks better. The fact, because the size of that eagle was the problem. Right? Eagle alone was just too big. It wasn't the color. So that alone. Oh, and he's kind of going the wrong way because maybe he's flying to the tree. Maybe that works. All right, let's move on. Zebra. What else you got? Grizzlies are the biggest bear. Eagles are big, yeah. I don't know, maybe that works. I think I grabbed a zebra. Here's the zebra. We could try that off to the side. Maybe he's kind of jumping into the scene. Let's remove background. Come on, little guy, it's doing his jumping. It's gonna be kind of flying in because he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late for the meeting. I'm sorry, I'm late for the meeting of the animals. Guys, don't start without me. You guys always start without me. And sometimes you don't think I'm there. When I'm really there, it's because I have these stripes that makes me invisible. Selecting that background. Looking good. Taking the brightness down some more here because he's tucked away in this corner. So harmonization takes the whole image into account when really he kind of belongs in this lower left corner. So that's why I'm adjusting that. And this one's going to be pretty tough as well. Let's output this as a new smart object. Madagascar 5.0. Okay. Let's grab some curves. Option, click and drag that curve to that new zebra layer, and it applies it. You notice I messed with these curves a lot earlier, so let's take a look at them. Because what did I do? I feel like I messed with the red. The red, green, and blue, it's kind of all over the place. But it definitely tinted it red. And that's my problem. So, what if we click on auto? Yeah, why not? What if we want to reset it back to where it was in the beginning? How do you do that? Oh, there doesn't look like there's a reset button in here, but check this out. Hold down the option key. If I hold down the option key, look, it turns the cancel button into a reset button. So I can click, and then it resets it back to where it was in the beginning. And then again, I could adjust this because now I'm realizing those settings that I pasted in there that didn't quite work. It was a nice idea, but there we have that. Yeah, kind of like that. That looks fine. It looks fine. I'll clean it up more later. Is that okay? Because again, I am running out of time. Let's blend this in. We'll put a smart object within a smart object. And why would you do that? Because I want to have another layer mask on top of this one. Because we want to blend him in right there. So he's jumping into the scene like so. Hopefully my big head isn't too much in the way. Shrink myself down some more. Okay, there. That's what we have so far. I have 4 minutes left. You know what I would probably do? I would probably throw a bunch of birds in the background. I would give it some more sort of general life by searching birds. Like these birds right here. So again, birds I've used before. Maybe they can go back there. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Trying to decide if this will work. And again, let's take all these. Putting everything in that folder. I don't know. I kind of wanted smaller birds, to be honest with you. So I think these are just too big. And they're just, that's not quite working. But anyways. That's the idea. Kevin, thank you so much. Appreciate it. A tortoise. Oh, okay. Tortoise. Hardest part about the tortoise is how to spell tortoise. 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 I don't have a tortoise. Guess what? Let's copy and paste that into stock.adobe.com. Hey, why not? Boom, boom. By the way, if you're looking for free assets, let's do tortoise. Let's change this to free, right? And let's just see what we get. It's just been so awesome. Oh, this one. Right, look, it says free. Oh yeah, try the free ones first. Boom. Try this one as well. All right, so yeah, let's get that one free. Let's get this awesome tortoise. Oh, thank you so much. Bats would be fun, huh? so fun. Come on, bring me this guy. Where is he? I have 1 minute. I don't have time for this. I gotta wait for a whole image to download. Fine. Boom. Shabam. 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 I have to go so fast I can't even say the words of what I'm doing. I'm just substituting them for the word shabam. But Jason is up next, doing some magic with audio and video. I'm sorry I haven't looked at his yet. Typically try to, but there you have it. I've also been streaming for a long time today. So shortcut key to bring it to the top. There's the turtle, right? Magic button. Can color harmonization do it? Do this one image with, 15 seconds left. Let's try it. Night Forest. Do your dance. Take down the strength. Yeah. Take down the opacity, the brightness, and it's done. Cool, we did it. We were able to add in that turtle. Again, position it anywhere we want to position it. And I just thank you guys for watching, hanging out with me, creating this beautiful scene, matching. This is unheard of years ago, or even months ago. And now we have the magic done really quickly. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, and stick around for Jason. It's going to be awesome. So appreciate you guys. No band hammer today. We'll see you guys next time. And I'll post this to Instagram later today. So thanks so much.